Hello class and welcome to our 11th lecture series on microeconomics, and I'm your instructor Jamal. Hi there. Okay, let's start. So today we'll talk about a new chapter, chapter 17, which is monopolistic competition, right? So the agenda basically is that we'll talk about now in our next slide the exact agenda, but we already talked about the two market extremes. Number one is called perfect competition. And the other extreme is called monopoly, right? So in perfect competition, we already talked about there are number of sellers, number of buyers, no entry and exit barrier. On the other hand, the extreme, which we finished in our last lecture, was monopoly. Is totally different. It says there are many buyers, but only one seller, and there is entry barrier as well. So entry and exit barrier as well. So the other two market structure, which is monopolistic competition and oligopoly, they are in between. So if you pay close attention, monopolistic and then competition, right? So it means this market has some characteristics of perfect competition and some characteristics of monopoly as well. Similarly with the oligopoly as well, of course, they have also some, similarity between monopoly and perfect competition as well. So these two are the mixture of the two extremes. Okay. So a brief definition that your book says the monopolistic competition is, and remember, these two markets are called imperfect markets. Okay. Right. We have perfect competition, and then we have imperfect markets, which is oligopoly and monopolistic competition, and then we have monopoly, which is perfectly imperfect market. Only one seller, that's it, right? So monopolistically competitive firm in which they have many firms selling the product, but the products are similar, but not identical. Remember this one. We'll talk about detail over there because today we'll finish the monopolistic competition. Oligopoly. Oligopoly, in which only a few sellers, each offering similar or identical product to others, right? So we'll talk about this in our coming class. So let's talk about the monopolistic competitive firm. Okay, so as I was talking about the agenda of this lecture, so in this lecture, we examine the markets that have some features of monopoly and some features of competition. And when we refer competition, it is perfect competition. Okay. Okay, so this market structure in which we talk about some characteristics of monopoly and some characteristics of competition, we call this monopolistic competition. So let's explore this further. So characteristics of monopolistically competitive firm, there are many sellers, right? And product is different. It means we have a product differentiation. The products are not identical product, okay? And there is free entry and exit. The firms can enter the market and firms can exit the market. There is no restriction either from the government or either from the the other associations of the market, or not any kind of other fixed cost conditions or other things. The last one is price maker, not price taker. So now identify which characteristics are of monopoly and which characteristics are of competition. So let's talk about this. Many sellers. This is the property of perfect competition. Product differentiation, unique product. This is the characteristics of monopolistic, monopolist market structure. The free entry and exit. This is also belongs to the competitive firm. And price maker is the characteristics of monopolist or monopoly firm, right? So you see that some characteristics are perfectly competitive firm and others, they are the characteristics of monopoly. So the mixture is called monopolistic competition, right? So let's explore further. So many sellers, what do we mean by many sellers? So there are many firms competing for the same group of customers. What does it mean? It means the market share or the target audience or the target population or the target customers are the same, right? And each company is offering a little bit different product to attract the same customers. It means the customers are the same and companies are trying to grab as much as market share from the existing companies. For example, here, books, CDs, movies, computer games, restaurants, piano lessons, cookies, furniture, soaps, shampoos, right? So these companies, the books target the same audience and they want to grab as much as possible. They want to increase their market share. Similarly with the movies, computer games, restaurants, right? So there are many sellers, number one. Number two, product differentiation. Now here we go. So product differentiation means even a slightly different product, even the two goods are same, even the color scheme is a little bit different, then we call this is product differentiation. For example, soaps, we have beauty soaps, we have bath soaps. Okay, let's talk about the beauty soap. One has some almond milk, the other has avocado oil inside, the other has the milk extract, other soaps they have honey, right? So soaps, beauty soaps, in which you wash your face. So we have different flavors. Purpose is the same, so that's why the product is called different. Or even in almond milk beauty soap, we have pink, we have white, green. Even then, these two products are slightly different. So these two have different differentiation inside. So guys, are you with me? Right? So product differentiation means each firm produces the product that is at least slightly different, right? They have added a different flavor, different smell, different fragrance, even different packaging, right? Different colors. So this is called product differentiation. 3, price makers. So due to this product differentiation, each company has some kind of authority in deciding its own product. So company who makes beauty soaps and fighting for the same target customers, so they charge it, for example, this is 10 yuan per soap, they charge 11 yuan per, they charges 8 yuan per, they charges, for example, honey, they charges 20 yuan per. It means they have some kind of power on their price structure. So that is called price price maker. So rather being price taker, each firm faces a downward sloping curve, which is the case of price maker, in which you can decide your price. If you want high price, it means your quantity would be low. Law of demand applies here. If you make your price higher, people will be demanding your quantity low. So you decide whether you want to have higher, target customers, then you need to decrease the price. When you decrease the price, then you need to produce more. So look at the law of demand. If price decrease, quantity increase. So that is why they are facing a downward sloping curve, demand curve, and they are called price maker. And of course, the customer, they are called price takers because they are given a unique taste, unique, you know, color, unique packaging, different, product differentiation. So they are ready to pay higher prices. The last one is free entry or exit, which means firms can enter or exit the market without restriction. So let me recall you. What is the entry condition? If price is greater than average total cost, then it triggers other firms' attraction and they'll come to this industry. They will produce, they want to exploit this opportunity. And whenever, remember, the entry and exit is a long run, not the short run. We talked about the long run and short run decision. The short run decision is called shutdown. The long run decision is called exit. Okay. So if in the long run the price is less than every total cost, then some companies, they will exit the market. And when they exit the market, the other firms, their profitability improves. Why? Because when existing company, they go out, they leave customers behind, and that customers will of course turn to the remaining companies, so their profitability starts to increase, right? So whenever there is free entry and exit, no firm will enter the market or exit the market until price is equal to average total cost. So recall our discussion in perfect competition, in which we talk about that in the long run, everyone will be at price is equal to average total cost, which means everyone will be earning zero economic profit. Understand, guys? If you don't understand, then please you can ask. I'm ready to repeat or ready to share some more light on the concept. Okay, since free entry and exit is a part of perfect competition stuff, so you can refer to there, that part over there, and you can relate that part here as well, because this market structure, monopolistic competitive firm or monopolistic competition, they have some features of perfect competition as well, right? So the only difference between competition and monopolistic competition is that in monopolistic competition, their demand curve is flat because nobody controls the price.